Lawrence Nabimba, a victim of human trafficking, shares his harrowing story of being lured from Uganda to Thailand, Bangkok, via Kenya, only to end up in Myanmar along with 5 colleagues.
We are going to work within Thailand, Bangkok. Unfortunately, it was vice versa. From the airport to a fuel station. Twatuuka ku fuel station ne tuyingira mmotoka ne ziwera emmotoka bbiri. From a fuel station natuvuga 9-hour non-stop paka kiro late night. So while on the way tusingana road block ez'enjawulo atubuuza driver where we are going, nga driver nga tatuwa answer ali mukazi nga mukambwe nga yane pistol. So that's when we began okutya.
His narrative is heart-wrenching and it's hard not to be moved to tears.
Tuka mu kibira n'ava ne mu kibira n'atuuka ku border waliwo ensalo in between Thailand ne Myanmar omugga border. Tuvaako ne tulinnya akaato mikono nga giri waggulu ne luggage mu kaato ako n'atusazisa. After kusazisa ne tugukkira mu camp. Abalina abayeekera batuddawo balina emmundu balina bomu balina pistol ne twesika. It was sawa nga mwendo ogw'ekiro. We sat there mpaka nkera sawa 3 wezabeera sawa 3 n'atuvuga from that border ku camp eyabayeekera mpaka deep wakati omwo mu Myanmar mu camp ennene gye twasingana abantu abalala bali bawamba. So bwe twatuukayo phone there but everywhere emmundu ne tutya. Our passports were taken, phones were taken, obulamu ne bukalubwa.
The group was forced into online scamming, subjected to brutal harassment, and had their phones confiscated.
Was a tag of where there you reach one extent of hoping to lose life or fail to be out of that suffering, because what you money
Lawrence reveals that the punishments they endured took a toll on his mental health.
Computer amasimu okusuula abantu mu mukwano babajjeko ssente. It was forced labor. Yes. When I left Uganda, agent yali angamye nakola data entry. Nasoma IT data entry. So I had to do data entry in Bangkok, Thailand. So unfortunately, at least they put me in another faculty, online scamming forcibly.
Although some victims have been rescued, others, including friends of Lawrence, remain trapped. He appeals to the government to intervene and rescue those still in captivity. Human trafficking has predominantly affected youths who are often promised lucrative jobs. According to the 2023 report on human trafficking, there was a significant decrease in reported cases, dropping from 1,200 to 1,000. This decline is attributed to increased awareness and public prosecution. To combat human trafficking, the Uganda Episcopal Conference and the Ministry of Internal Affairs organized the National Prayer Day Against Trafficking in Persons. Deputy National Coordinator Derek Chigenyi Basalira notes that children and women are the most vulnerable, with perpetrators often being relatives, friends, or acquaintances.
We have thrown away. Many of our children find themselves on their own. They learn things on their own. And this puts them in that position where they are very vulnerable, to the extent that the perpetrators or the traffickers will be looked at as the so-called guardians, or they may be looked at by our children as their saviors. And no wonder that these numbers are high. Many of the children find themselves victimized, because when they look back to their parents, their guardians, who should be responsible for them, they have left them on their own. So it's also a call upon all of us, the parents, the guardians, all those that are responsible for our children, to make sure that we take care of them responsibly. It's even a constitutional requirement to make sure that we take care of our children.
Basalira warns that the current online technology trends expose children to online gadgets, making them susceptible to human trafficking.
Category is the online trafficking. Many of our children now have access to gadgets. They have access to phones. They have access to tabs. and we have given them this access as parents, but we are not controlling whatever they view or whatever they see. So the perpetrators still are doing this so much online trafficking, and they are affecting everyone online. Some are scamming for money, others are doing sex trafficking online, and they are being paid, whereas our people are being traumatized, are being victimized online. So this means that the trend today is someone may not necessarily have to leave their house to go to the Middle East, for instance, or to go to another city in Bale, Gulu, where from Kampala, to be trafficked or exploited.
Archbishop Paul Semogere of Kampala Archdiocese urges religious leaders to speak out against injustice, exploitation, and modern-day slavery.
As we reflect on the state of human trafficking in our nation and worldwide, we are deeply troubled by this injustice. We are troubled that the fact that millions of people are trapped in modern-day slavery, forced into labor, prostitution, and other forms of exploitation. Children as young as 5 years old are being exploited and abused. But we are also hopeful because we see the dedication of anti-trafficking advocates like you and the power of prayer and action we have taken on.
He also encourages the media to prioritize reporting on human impact and trafficking stories to help combat this vice.
Fruits of our efforts. Of course, I would like to thank the media people. Without the media, as we mentioned, where would this information go? You have a crucial role to play as media. Please don't give us only 1 minute on a very important matter. Engage those who are concerned so that this message goes to the entire nation.
Naguja Serena, NSTV.